The Weather Witch. In the shadow of the Mourne mountains, a gentle river winds through a place full of mystery and myth. In the rustling trees, hidden in the undergrowth, behind the cabins and cottages, among the bright flowers, live the fairies of the fairy river. One day, as three fairy friends, Bria, Bethany, and Katie, flew through the grass by the riverside, they felt an icy wind blow. It was far too early in the year for cold weather like this. "What's going on?" cried Bria. "The wind is freezing my wings." "I don't know, but I know who will," Bethany said, holding on to Bria and Katie as they flew towards Gertie's cottage. When they arrived, Gertie was sitting outside, looking out over the river. "I've been waiting for you, fairies," the young human woman said. "Come in and warm your wings by my fireplace," said Gertie, "and I will tell you everything I know." As the wind blew outside, Gertie told the fairies all about the Witch of the Mourne Mountains. "She is wicked and greedy, and she would do anything to take Fairy River for herself," said Gertie. "She can control the weather with her magic. Be careful, fairies, or she will blow you all away for good." "Well, she can't just take Fairy River," said Katie, folding her arms. "There must be a way to stop her." "There is," whispered Gertie. "If you fairies work together, you can get rid of the witch, once and for all." And as the fairies listened, Gertie told them her plan. "Good luck, fairies," she said, as the icy wind whipped through the branches outside. As Bria, Bethany, and Katie set off, the storm was almost too strong for them. All along the river, they could see fairies running away to safety. They held onto each other and flapped their wings with all their might, and eventually the three fairies reached the biggest of the fairy trees. And there she was, the witch. She had long black hair and a torn dress that flowed and rippled in the icy gust. It was time to put their plan into action. "You go first, Katie," Bethany said. "Me?" Katie replied. "Why me?" "Because you're the loudest." Taking a deep breath, Katie flew into the blustery storm. "Evil witch of the storm," she called out. "Leave Fairy River or face all of the fairies." While Katie was distracting the witch, Bethany and Bria got to work. Bethany gathered all the different flowers she could. And Bria found the biggest leaf possible and rolled it up into a tube. The witch's laugh echoed through the woods. "But I can see only one fairy," she cackled. Suddenly, Bethany popped up from behind a leaf, wearing a red flower for a hat. "What about me?" she said. And quick as a flash, she ducked down and reappeared behind a branch, wearing a different flower. "And me." As she flew about, wearing a different flower each time, the witch started to look worried. "How many of you are there?" she said. "There are thousands of us," Bria boomed through the rolled-up leaf. Her voice echoed louder than the wind. With a look of terror, the witch flew away as far from Fairy River as she could get. The wind died down, and there was calm in the forest once again. Thanks to Gertie's plan and their teamwork, Bethany, Bria, and Katie had done it. There would be no more witches in Fairy River, not as long as they were around.